Who is Daniel Blade in Daredevil Born Again? That is a great question, and a question that we have the answer to in today's video. Daniel Blade at first glance seems to be a young member of Wilson Fisk's campaign team during his run for mayor. He seems to be very interested in Wilson Fisk, and not just because he's the mayor of New York City, but I think there's an underlying meaning there as well. And with that, Kingpin seems very interested in where they found him and how they brought him onto the team. Hear me out. I think Daniel Blade is the MCU version of Byron Butch Fisk, which is one of Kingpin's sons in the comics. Basically, how the story goes is Kingpin has an affair. He ends up having a kid with another woman apart from his wife. This is Byron Butch Fisk. I think the way the MCU is going to handle it is that this was a previous lover before he met Vanessa, because if it happened with Vanessa or during this time, then I don't think that Butch Byron would have had any reason to be the age that he is in the show. That was back in 2015. He might have been about 15, 16 years old, give or take here, and he's clearly older than that. So I would say that this is probably going to be a little bit of a rewrite situation, and that he's going to be from a different person from a different point in time, but he's still connected to Kingpin. It's still going to be his son, just from somebody that we haven't met yet, and it's going to be further back than 2015. So what's very important about Byron Butch is that he ends up taking Kingpin's position. He ends up covering for him when Wilson Fisk, his father, retires. He takes over the Kingpin mantle. He becomes the villain. This is something that's going to be very crucial down the road for Marvel's soft reboot. There's going to be a lot of younger villains that pop up to kind of coexist with the young Avengers when they do that soft reboot. So it just makes sense that they're setting Butch up now. I don't think he's necessarily going to take over by the end of Born Again. I do think they're just setting up his storyline to take that over. I think it'll probably end up being the Kingpin that Spider-Man fights. He'll probably fight that younger version, so I would look out for that. Byron hasn't been in that many issues in the comic books. He's just been in a few appearances here, mainly in Daredevil. But I honestly think this is a smart move for Marvel, just to start setting up people to take these mantles, especially if it makes sense in the comic books. It's not something they have to really pull out of a bag, so to say. It's something that's already pre-written that they can just pull from whenever they need to. So setting up this character would be very smart in this case. And I honestly think that that's what they're doing here. Let me know if you guys agree that this is Kingpin's son and that this is Byron Fisk. Let me know if you guys think he's going to take Kingpin's mantle, if they're going to rewrite his storyline into something different here, if it's actually not his son, but maybe it's just somebody that's going to take over, just so they don't have to rewrite that bit of comic book history of the time frame here. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you guys haven't already. I will catch you guys next time. More Daredevil content on the way, more MCU content on the way. Have a good one. Peace.